Hi, I'm Tony. This is SV Tapatya. We are building a cruising sailboat. She's a 31'8" Benford dory, sailing dory, designed by Jay Benford, and designed for two people to live aboard and explore, well, quite a lot of watery parts of the world, I guess. That's the plan, anyhow. And we're sort of at what might be called the third stage of the build now, where I'm finishing bits off. There's a really long list of small bits that need finishing off, and it's really quite enjoyable to be working through those. You know, the order isn't particularly important, just a lot of bits that need finishing, and it's, I say, quite fun working through and actually properly finishing parts. And last week, you might remember, was a lot of bits and pieces. This week again, a few bits and pieces being finished off. Let's have a look. About here somewhere. Something like that. One down the middle. Don't worry about the squidge out, we'll just ignore that. One thing we should do is put some under the heads, of course. Shouldn't we? Most certainly. Like that, which means I'm going to have a load of socket on the end of the bolt. Keep my hands in, which will be delightful. I'll take a rag on me. Good, get that one in there. Plate doesn't fit particularly perfectly, so have to get it on. I'll tell you, we may have to change our minds which one we're doing first. Rag, of course. And the other one nearest you that pushed up, there's any chance of screwing that down?
Just pushing it down, or?
Well, see, you might need to screw it down. Come on, it's going, it's going. Oh, that's brilliant. Keep going. So we're on the aft deck, as you may well guess, and one of the couple of things been finished off around here this week. First thing was that I've got some paint around up to our bulwark caps on that aft breast hook. Things all sort of painted up and tidied, although I'll say I still intend to put another couple of coats over everything, but she's looking tidy now. Another thing was that years ago, decades ago, I picked up a couple of these lovely big Herreshoff pattern cleats, bronze, and we fitted one. You see it there, perhaps on the aft deck. Kerry and I fitted it. Bronze bolts and a big stainless backing plate behind it, a good strong backing plate behind it, so it's pretty solid there, and it's gone on nicely. And being a double ender, I felt it was fine to fit one in the middle and be able to access through the fair leads either side. And yeah, very pleased with that. So aft deck looking pretty tidy. Next week, I hope to get the cockpit well painted, and then we'll be ready to pull her forwards then. The cockpit well is now the last piece I want to get done before the pull forwards that I've been talking about for ages. Should be happening soon. Finishing off, yeah. Well, the block is in the mast step hole, so varnishing is coming towards an end. I've got quite a few things finished and in. And I did one fun little job, is that This little cupboard below the stove here, I had one of those metal shop bought latches on it, and I wasn't happy with it. It was really difficult to open it, so I made up something. And years ago we used to have a Volkswagen camper bus, and I made a galley cupboard for that and made this catch in the same design for that, and it's a bit of applewood, and you see how it works. It's all pretty simple. Bit of applewood for the catch. I put one coat of varnish on it, and then used some beeswax with a Scotch-Brite and sealed it with that, and the Scotch-Brite just takes the shine off the varnish, so you get a bit of a satin finish, and it's come out very well like that. Fun little project, and we'll see if I make any more for other cupboards. I may well do. One coat of varnish on there, and then just a bit of once over with some beeswax and wire wool. I think I'll fit that. That'll look lovely. Companionway steps are in now. The middle step varnished and finished. I put some non-slip strips on there. And turning my thoughts to this motor room hatch, the bottom step at the moment, I showed you last week, didn't I? At the moment lifts out. I bought a catch for that, which will be fitted soon. And I want to put a batten across the back there that board slides under at the aft end. And also that the motor room board slides down behind in a similar way to that hatch we just looked at. So, got that in progress. And looking very nice, I think. Come out well, pleased. So here in the shed at the varnished table, and this is the last bit that's left on the table for now, a mahogany batten that's going to go in that engine room hatch there. And I know I've mentioned this before, but it was important to me to not use any new tropical hardwoods in this build. And I haven't bought any new tropical hardwoods. So mainly speaking recycled wood. One or two bits that I have used were very old stock, new but very old stock bits I'd had kicking about for 30 years or so. No, but all the tropical hardwood has been either recycled or very old stock. Obviously I've used some black locust and some oak and whatever, things that grow locally, but there you go. Anyhow, this mahogany batten, as I say, goes in the engine room hatch. The floorboard that we looked at will slide underneath it, so the aft end of that board is retained by that, and the engine hatch will slide down that side of it, down the back of it, a bit similar to that galley covered hatch we looked at, but rather bigger. And it's important to me, one thing I wanted with this is I want to screw it in position. I don't want to glue it, because I need to be able to remove it if I ever wish to simply slide the engine out. So I don't want it to be a step in the way. So it'll be screwed in position, and it's just about ready. A couple more coats, we'll get it on. At the moment it's just a square batten, isn't it? But we'll be fitting it next week. will put some on the bottom step. And that's it for this week, guys. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up and all that other YouTubey stuff, you know. Hit that subscribe button, please. And from me, a massive thank you to everybody who supports this project on Patreon or via PayPal. You know, a fair bit of time goes into making these videos and all that surrounds that. And you guys, you inspire, motivate, push me to keep going. In many ways, you're a massive part of this project. So thank you. See you next week. Bye.